City of Georgetown and Scott County are pleased to have this opportunity to address the Georgetown News Graphic and the local television stations to talk about the winter storm that we're all anticipating occurring and discuss with you just for a few minutes what we hope will be, at least from the city's perspective, a quicker and more robust response than we had 2 weeks ago. Some of the folks that have gathered here with me, I'd like to introduce Scott County Judge Executive George Lusby is here, along with County Road Supervisor J.R. Brandenburg. It's important for everyone to know that the way we get through these events in the best manner possible is through cooperation. And we enjoy outstanding cooperation between the City of Georgetown and Scott County, and that's the way we'll approach this coming storm event as well. From the city's perspective, we also have Fire Chief John Ward is with us. Assistant Chief Eric Colson is in the room. From the Police Department, Captain Robert Swanigan. We have our Director of Dispatch Operations, Jeb Warner. And as we work through an event of this magnitude, our ability to communicate with one another becomes absolutely essential. Linda Wise is our Director of Public Works, and she is with us as well as Jack Donovan of our Scott County Emergency Management Association. So we think we've got the right team here to talk with you about our efforts and some requests that we have of the public so we can serve their needs better. Georgetown is activating an interim snow plan to address this impending weather. Now, we have promised our City Council a full written plan to address snow emergencies after the fact, once this crisis is over. But today we must respond to an imminent storm, so we've activated an interim plan that we've been working on. I think the key elements of this plan will be a very high degree of coordination between our Public Works Department, Police Department, Fire Department, City Hall, and Dispatch. No one department can stand alone and get this job done, but the extent to which we can communicate with one another and work together, we'll do a better job. The plan that we've developed will divide the City of Georgetown into quadrants, and each of those quadrants will be worked on simultaneously. We'll all begin at the same time, and we'll be working in each of the 4 quadrants at the same time. Obviously, main roads will receive our top priority, and we'll work to get those clear first. We've also got a number of private snow removal contractors on call as necessary. We've already have those arrangements in place, contract signed, and those people are ready to go to work on our behalf. Just a brief inventory of the city's assets that will be brought to bear on cleaning the snow. We have 4 large plows that we'll be using. We have 3 smaller plows. We've got 5 private contractors already arranged. We're in conversations with 2 others. So it could be as many as 7 private contractors. Plus we've got an additional snowplow that we can pull from our cemetery operations. And with the judge's permission, we may pull a plow or 2 from our Parks and Recreation Department as needed as well. We'll also have 2 bobcats that are very effective working in cul-de-sacs and cleaning out those areas. We've got 150 street miles to clean in Georgetown, which is a major undertaking. To assist with the snow removal effort, we are asking that citizens please park their cars off the street starting Wednesday morning through Thursday evening. We're so much more effective at plowing snow and spreading salt when there aren't vehicles on the road. If the snow hits the levels that it has been predicted, we would urge people to stay home and stay safe and not be out in this mess. We do know that in any time of a real snow emergency, there are people who have real needs that need to be addressed quickly, and we've tried to make a number of arrangements for those people. Anyone that needs assistance with non-emergency medical needs, such as a doctor's appointment, prescription pickup, hospice care, anything of those nature can call our dispatch office at 502-863-7820. The police department has 5 Humvees that were a gift from the Department of Defense. Those are serviced and ready to go with officers manning them to help our citizens get back and forth if weather gets really bad. Our fire department also has a number of 4-wheel drive vehicles and will be working in this initiative as well. Street condition concerns should be reported to Public Works at 502-863-9855. And obviously, if there's a real emergency, call 911, and we do have the capacity to get to you. We wanted to let our citizens know that if the snowfall gets heavy enough to where we have to temporarily postpone garbage collection, then customers affected will be picked up on their next regularly scheduled pickup day so that we can maintain as consistent a schedule as we can. We'll also be putting regular updates and additional information on the city's website and on our Facebook page, and would encourage folks to watch those as well. Again, the things that we're asking our citizens to help us with would be park off the street to assist in snow removal, emergency call 911, non-emergency medical needs, please call the dispatch office at 502-863-7820, street condition reports 502-863-9855, and then again on our website at www.georgetownky.gov or our Facebook page, you can find additional updates. I want to praise the people standing behind me and the cooperative spirit in which we've come together in anticipation of yet another historic storm event. We're dedicated to keeping the people of Georgetown safe and the people of Scott County safe, and we'll continue to work until this storm event has passed. We'd be glad to take any questions that you have, or if you'd like to hear from any of our guests with us today.
What are the dividing areas of the quadrants that you talked about?
The simple explanation of the quadrant is Main and Broadway, and that almost equally divides the city into these 4 quadrants.
What have you designated the city? Now, obviously, Main and Broadway and the McClellan Circle and the bypass extension and Cherry Blossom Way, those are state routes, and the state will be handling those. Have you determined what the city's main priority streets are going to be, and can you tell us what those are?
In each of those quadrants, they've been identified by Ms. Wise and the drivers. I don't have that specific list for you right now, but I'm sure we can generate it for you just as soon as we're through here.
Okay. Same thing for the secondary.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Did you have the quadrants 2 weeks ago, or is that new for the snowstorm?
We had utilized the quadrant system, but what we're hoping for this time is that we're going to start just a little bit quicker, a little bit harder. We've also arranged for our personnel to be able to work 12-hour shifts. So we anticipate having people cleaning our city streets 24 hours a day. The county has the same arrangement, and I think we'll all be on the job 24 hours a day until this is passed.
And that was not the case for the last snowstorm, the 12-hour shifts?
Actually, day 1 of the last storm, we had our people work a 20-hour shift, just trying to catch up. So they did incredible work, but this time we're trying to be a little more organized about how we deploy that labor so it's more sustainable. These models show the potential of heavy snow and then frigidly cold temperatures again. So we'd like to rotate those workers in and out so that we can sustain their heroic effort as long as we can.
What about the downtown business district?
Once again, Dan, we'll probably face a situation where we have to remove some of the snow volume from downtown. This plea is to get cars off the street would certainly apply to Main Street and other areas so that the state plows can do as good a job as they can on Main Street. But last time, the city came in with help from Nally and Gibson from private corporations and helped us haul a bunch of that snow out of downtown. If we get the volume of snow that's been predicted, I'm sure we'll have to do that again.
Mayor, you said that you've got 5 contractors lined up, 5 haulers lined up, and are talking to 2 more. How many trucks are represented by those 5 companies?
Several of these, Dan, are individual truck operators. There's at least one of them that has 3 trucks. So we could be talking about as many as 9 different trucks out on the streets